Scaling a company is very, very difficult because of the communication. When you're smaller, you can make decisions and you know what's going on. When you're 10 people, it's easier because you're involved with everything. When you're 145 to 1,100 people, you've got to have systems and processes in place.
Hey, what's up everybody? David Osmond here. And this time on Tribe House TV, I get a chance to sit down with a really cool guy, Cameron Gunter, who's the CEO of PEG Companies. He's had some huge successes, some challenges, but most importantly, he talks to me about the importance of relationships in his success. Check this out.
Hi, I'm Cameron Gunter, founder and CEO of PEG Companies. Well, I'm pretty simple. I tell everybody I grew up as a farm kid in Idaho and learned the simple way, learned how to work hard, and took some of those skills and values and applied them to starting a business. And we've had success in doing that. And it's because I truly believe it's the values that I learned as a kid on the farm, how to work hard and be creative. I remember a time that I was out plowing a field on a dry farm, so we'd plow every summer to keep the weeds down, and I was out plowing and I knew I wanted to go hang out that night. I think we had something to do, and the plow broke and I had to finish. It was just part of what we had to do. And I went to the shop, I pulled the tractor over to the shop, I took the welder out. I didn't weld a lot, and I figured out how to fix the plow so I could finish. It was horrible. It was the worst weld I've ever seen. My grandpa came back the next day and made fun of me and said, "What the heck have you done here?" And I said, "Look, it worked. I got it done. Now let's fix it." So it was, you have to be creative. I always say farming is also a business. I learned from my grandpa, my father, how to run a farm. And, one thing as you go through challenging times, like we're going through now in the real estate industry, I liken it to a dry farm where we're in a drought, where you don't have rain, you want the rain to come, and you try to make it through. Maybe you didn't have a great crop that year, but the next year, hopefully it's better. And so you don't over leverage, you don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna lose the farm. And I learned that by growing up that way, and it's been really applicable in our business as a real estate firm at over 20 years. If you're going to grow, make sure you have your processes in place and you're able to scale, and know it's not going to be easy. And don't give up, because you'll work through it, hire smart people to help you through it. But scaling a company is very, very difficult because of the communication. When you're smaller, you can make decisions and you know what's going on. When you're 10 people, it's easier because you're involved with everything. When you're 145 to 1,100 people, you've got to have systems and processes in place. And it's easy to read about it in books. It's easy for people to say it. When you really have to do it, is really understanding what that means. And as I look at it, is how is it you can plug somebody in your system where you now can communicate what's happening and make decisions. One relationship that I had early on in 2005 is when I met him. As a relationship was Reed Halliday. Reed Halliday, we invested in a project with us in 2005, and then in 2007, he liked what we did, and just a wonderful man, and invested in the company. And he was, until he recently passed, I was able to have a conversation with him about once a week at least. He was invested in real estate. He wasn't a real estate guy, he was a wealth management guy, but he was very thoughtful and could help me cipher through things as I ran into issues. And so as I look at a relationship and what I built from that relationship, from running a company, and the other relationships I grew from that, and that relationship there has just grown our ability. And the way he treats relationship also was a big example to me of how how we continue to grow our relationship, because our business is about relationships. It's about building trust. One of our vision as a company is building trust, reimagining communities, and broadening horizons everywhere. And you see that statement is building trust first. And once you build trust, or once you have a relationship, you build the trust.